into the deep of the deep. What were you thinking when you were born under the stars? What were you thinking at the baby shower you saw? What did you think when your parents became refugees? What was your fear as they fled? What were you doing when you went out to play? What were the games, and did you join in? Did you stop the playground fights? If so, just how? Did you have many friends, or did you think alone? Did you ever have girlfriends? What did you think as your mother taught you the meaning behind verses in the book? What were you thinking, and why did she choose the ones that would guide? Did you play with your cousin? Did you talk about life with him? Did you both decide? And if so, just what? How did you feel when they came in their armor, strung up those men till they died? When you saw the hatred, the torture, the blood? What were you thinking? What did you decide? What was it like to be in occupied land? Under the boot, did you feel oppressed? When did you decide that you would not fight? When did you decide it just could not be right? What of the men who came into the shop, those who kept their purse strings so tight? Those who moaned if you made a mistake with the change? Those who sneaked out if you gave them too much? What about those who took things from the shelf? What of those who were in debt? Did you help? What about those who spent their money on women and wine, their families struggling as they indulged in self-pleasure? What did you think of those who were greedy? How did you feel if they treated workers as slaves? What did you think when you saw wives being abused? Did you learn all of this in your father's shop? When he died, did you care for your mother and your brothers too? What did your parents really teach you? What did you think of the homeless on the roads and in the streets? What of those who were robbed and left by waysides? What of the sick being told it was because they had sinned that they must accept pain and suffering? What of all those who dreamed of a king? What of the choice, the conquering or the suffering? When did you decide terror was not the way through? Was that when you knew what to do? When did you decide the path you should take was to be about love and not hundreds of laws? When did you decide you could no longer ignore and that compassion was needed for the sick and the poor? What were you doing for those 30 years? Was that the time all your thoughts became clear? When did all of this coalesce? Why were those years hidden from us? Why, when we know you could read and write, why did you never put a pen to the scroll, leaving for others to record it all? Was it then that history was truly written? What is it about you that I have to decide? What are you doing now? Are you really still here? What are you doing now as you read this? Did you decide all this was not for you? If so, when and just why? If you saw all these things, would you not ask why? And is not the greatest story of love ever told, then what is? And is this a mystery, or a heresy, or maybe something else? Would it be the greatest heresy of them all, if I asked, how many times have you been here before, in male or female form, and that I believe you are here now?